One of the governor's most controversial decisions was his March 2020 order requiring nursing homes to admit patients who had tested positive for COVID-19, putting both caregivers and their vulnerable residents at risk.
New York Attorney General Letitia James released a report claiming the state had undercounted nursing home deaths by as much as 50%. State health officials acknowledged the death toll was more than 15,000, much higher than originally reported.
I wish there was no COVID. I wish no old people died. But we're below the national average in number of deaths in nursing homes. But who cares? 33, 28, died in a hospital, died in a nursing home. They died.
Well, that explains why his line of sympathy cards bombed so hard. Andrew Cuomo has also drawn criticism for his economic-driven focus on reopening. The governor has announced that New York City movie theaters, trampoline parks, and laser tag facilities can open this month. I mean, you laugh, but laser tagging is an essential service. Our city's awkward first date industry was on the verge of collapse. Experts continue to say that indoor spaces are the riskiest for transmission, and unsurprisingly, Governor Cuomo is battling them too.
When I say experts, in air quotes, it sounds like I'm saying I don't really trust the experts, because I don't.
Then Anthony Fauci burst through the wall like Kool-Aid Man and said, "Yo, you want a piece of me?" 9 of the top New York health officials have quit in recent months, which must especially piss Cuomo off because even COVID gives a 2-week notice. In addition to butting heads with his own health experts, Governor Cuomo has been competing with New York City's Slender Man Mayor Bill de Blasio to see who could be the bigger schmuck. The two have sparred over school reopenings and vaccine rollout, as well as Cuomo's initial refusal to approve de Blasio's shelter-in-place order, which resulted in significantly more cases and deaths. The two men are locked in a pissing contest, which is stupid because it puts us all in danger and because neither of them is going to beat King Piss, the gold medal pisser for 4 years running. Cuomo doesn't only attempt to bully New York City's mayor, he also bullies, everyone else.
Former aides and politicians from across the state are coming forward to describe a history of bullying.
New York State Assemblyman Ron Kim, who's criticized Cuomo over a controversy involving nursing home deaths from COVID, says Cuomo threatened to destroy his career.
He asked me to lie to cover up for his staff. And this was done in front of my family. He called me. My wife was right next to me. I was right about to bathe my kids.
That is shocking. A working parent during the pandemic has time to bathe his kids? My children have gone so long without a bath, one of them has a family of possums living in her hair. Many of Cuomo's fellow New York Democrats have also called out his abuse. Some describe receiving angry calls late in the evening or at other inopportune times and being unable to get off the phone while he berated them. So he's not only a shitty dude, he's also apparently your mother. One former aide said Cuomo's primary tool for governing is to create fear, while another said the Cuomo administration operates on 2 speeds, get along and kill, which unfortunately seems to also be the way my child's hair possums operate. Cuomo also enjoys tormenting journalists. Sometimes the staffers he refers to as his mean girls threaten to destroy reporters and take revenge on publications that run negative stories about him. Other times, his office simply mutes reporters during virtual press conferences so they can't ask him questions, which is... Okay, that one's a little funny, and I might use it myself. Anyway, never mind. Fortunately, New York Attorney General Letitia James is preparing to oversee an investigation into the sexual harassment claims against Andrew Cuomo, and that's good, because politicians aren't infallible. If we treat them like they are, we will be disappointed. We need all of our officials to work for us, and part of that means holding them accountable. Just because Governor Cuomo stepped into a leadership void during the pandemic doesn't mean he gets a pass on his consistently shitty behavior. Also, his artwork sucked. Aw, thanks for watching. If you'd like to hear more from Full Frontal, hit subscribe and visit our page for more videos. Or if you'd like to be radicalized, leave YouTube on autoplay.